Hey, this is Dark Trend of Gas, and hold up. All right, so I'm just gonna hop straight in this. Um, I'm late as fuck. Like I'm definitely late as fuck on this. I was supposed to have been made this analysis video, but you know, I move kind of slow sometimes because I work a lot. New slave. All right. All right. So basically, on the screen right now, what you see is basically tonight is the release of the demo. Not tonight, is it? Tomorrow is the release, but 12 o'clock tonight it should be released. And ooh, I just keep repeating release. Today is the 17th. Tomorrow's the 18th, and the 18th the demo should be releasing 12 o'clock at night. I hope. I hope. I don't know why it's not available for pre-download already, but it's not. That's something that they usually allow you to pre-download. If I sound kind of congested, I'm sorry. It's because my nose is stuffed up. I know it's always something with me. Alright, so basically this is my analysis of all the newly released Pokemon that were just spoke of in the last video. We had some cool shit go down. We got the evolution of type Null, which is Sivally. So I'll start off with him. Sivally is the synthetic Pokemon still. His typing is normal still. What's different about him in his evolution is obviously he's missing the big bulky helmet. And then he gains a new ability. So originally his ability was was it shell armor? Not shell armor. Is it shell armor? Battle armor, which is the same as shell armor. They both stop crits, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Um, so basically, he basically now has RKS system, which I'm sure by now everybody has seen the videos. RKS, it just sounds too close to Arceus. His ability does the exact same thing as Arceus, which basically the only difference between him and Arceus is I believe. No. He has all access. I don't think Arceus has the fairy type as a typing, but this guy has fairy type as a typing, so he can turn into all 16 typings, which is a crazy ability. It's like a permanent Greninja. And then he has a new ability, which is called. His new ability is called. Is it Multi Strike? I believe it's called Multi something. Uh, uh, ah, 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 I know. I'm just reading. I'm reading real fast because I want to know what his new ability is. Multi Attack. Multi Attack is the name of the new attack. I'm sorry, not ability. The new attack is called Multi Attack, which basically is a physical judgment. Which judgment is the boop. I can't curse like that, but it's the boop boop. You know what the boop boop is, and I'm trying to change my life. I really am trying to change my life. I curse a lot. It's hard. It's hard out here. So basically, it's multi attack, which takes on the same typing that he has. So it's basically a physical judgment. So say I team build and I know that you have more physically, especially defensive minds. I can run Sylvalia over a Arceus, which most times you can't even run Arceus because he's a legendary. I don't know if this guy counts as a legendary yet. Um, there's been no stat release. Maybe some stat releases will be out by tomorrow if he's in the beta, if he's in the demo. But if we get some stat releases, then we'll know if they're going to count him as a legendary or pseudo, if he's banned into Ubers. I don't always run Smogon information, but I just think Smogon makes things neater. It puts things into a better perspective competitively. Alright, let's go on to the next Pokemon, which is see who are you? Who are you? Alright, my man Hakamo'o. I think it's Hakamo'o, which is the evolution of Jigmo-O. I think his name is Jangmo-O. Yeah. He's the mid evolution, and he still retains the same abilities, which are bulletproof and soundproof. Which, speaking of that, let me check something real quick. Bulletproof. Stop. Because I'm not sure, and I've had multiple arguments about this so far. Okay, affected abilities. So it does not stop Moonblast. I could have swore it stopped anything that was a circular attack. Bulletproof stops not affected by ball bomb moves. Okay, so acid spray, that's not really a bomb move. So would Moonblast be considered a ball move? I'm tripping. I might be tripping. I'm not tripping. Moonblast definitely is a ball move. So I'm assuming, and I'm gonna call this, I could be wrong. That's sick. That's sick. But I think that in the 8th generation, Moonblast might be counted in Bulletproof. Because Moonblast is definitely a ball move. And if he can use... Basically, it will make his abilities interchangeable. So, Bulletproof for mons that don't learn Hyper Voice. And Soundproof for mons that learn Hyper Voice. Which will then make his... The only 3 moves that could hit him 4 times super effectively fairy typing would be Play Rough, which is a problem. Dazzling Gleam, which probably Assault Vest, and he can live one. Hyper Beam, which blows him all the way away. And nobody's going to ever use Hyper Beam. So really we're dealing with Dazzling Gleam and Play Rough, which Play Rough has a chance to miss. Dazzling Gleam is the only 100% chance to OHKO out here right now. So his other ability is Soundproof, which means moves like Hyper Voice, especially a Pixelate Hyper Voice, which is the strongest fairy type attack on the game besides Hyper Beam. A Pixelate Hyper Voice does nothing to him. He just eats those. I really believe Bulletproof should block. It should block Moonblast. It's not on the list. It definitely is not here, unless I'm not overreading it. It's definitely not here, and I don't understand why. To be honest, I don't understand why. So, yeah, Game Freak, y'all they need to fix that. All right, on to the next one. It's my man Komo. I think Komo is the sickest looking dragon I've ever seen. He looks like a fighting type dragon. He's on 2 feet. I like that. His hands as big as boop. I can't say the words. You know, I'm trying to stop. I'm really trying to stop. He's the scaly Pokemon. Wait, what was his last? Hell, he's always been the scaly Pokemon. All right, cool. So, my man looks like he just catches bodies on the daily. Like, he looks like some kind of, like, Aztec warrior. I mean, everybody has what he looks like in their head. He looks like an Aztec warrior or something. But, I believe he's supposed to be, like, a Hawaiian tribal, warrior, which is like an old armor typing from back in war times. And that's why his armor looks that way. I'm interested to see his stats, because a lot of the things that they explain him does not depict him as a fast Pokemon. They definitely depict him as a very defensive Pokemon. Hard scales, things like that. But he looks like he's supposed to be fast. So the ultimate thing would be is if he has a good little balanced attack that we can just throw a Life Orb or something on, and he's fast as heck with great defenses. Like, we don't have mons like that. We have most of our mons are either fast and powerful, defensive and fast. That's how, defensive and slow. But if we get a fast defensive Pokemon, we can put a Choice Band, we can put a what's name on him, and he will tear things apart, and he can take a couple hits. So, I know that's weird to ask for, but a nice physically, specially defensive, quick Pokemon that I can throw something on and just get a little extra damage off would be nice. It would be actually nice. A fast... What's a fast defensive? Miltank is the only fast defensive mod I can think of. Miltank is ridiculously fast, but his defenses are pretty high. But he's a normal type, so he has high HP by default. Dragon types have the second highest HP, I believe it is, but they have like the first or second highest attack in the game, whether it be special or physical. So I'm interested to see. I love stats. I'm waiting for the stats. because then I'll be able to decide what I'll be making. I'm hoping Showdown uploads after tomorrow. I'm hoping Showdown uploads. But I'm hearing that there are a lot more Pokemon that they have not revealed, and they still have about 3 to 4 weeks left. So I'm trying. We're most likely going to just see a lot of Pokemon in the game, but I don't think they're all going to be revealed. I think it's going to be, they're probably just going to reveal a good amount, but not the entire roster yet. I'm curious to see what mons are there that we didn't see, like Alolan types that we haven't ran into yet. But that's another video. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Rabambi, I think his name is Rabambi. Rabambi is the B-Fly Pokemon. He is a bug fairy type, which, one second, let me check this out real quick. Pokemon typing calculator. Alright, so he is a bug flying type. So let's go bug fairy type. Let's go bug fairy. What are you weak to? So he's 2 times weak to fire. He resists normal, resists water, resists electricity. 4 times resists grass. No, he's neutral to normal, neutral to water, resists grass, neutral electricity, neutral to ice. 4 times resists fighting, so he definitely is a fighting wall. Super effective is poison, fire, flying. Ground is resisted because of bug. Neutral, psychic. He resists bug. Weak to rock type. He's immune to dragon type attacks. Resists dark. Wait a second. Super effective for steel. Oh, okay. His typing is kind of terrible. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weaknesses. 5 weaknesses and 4 resistances and a lot of 1 neutral and 1 4 times risk. So I guess it's not too bad. He'd be good against like fighting types. I mean against fighting types. He definitely does work against a fighting type. But I don't know what that ability Honey Gatherer does. What does Honey Gatherer do? It says nothing here about it. I don't remember what Honey Gatherer does. I'm gonna have to look that up. Let's see. So let's see, Honey Gatherer. I know I'm doing all of this like right in your face and stuff, but there we go, Honey Gatherer. Honey Gatherer just changed moves. Honey Gatherer may collect honey after battle. Already held item pickup. What? This is a stupid ability. Honey Gatherer is a terrible ability. I didn't realize his abilities were so bad. I mean, Shield Dust isn't too bad. It protects him from being toxic and things like that. But we're never going to use Honey Gatherer. We're never going to use it. My man weighs 1.1 pound. He's definitely the smallest Pokemon I've ever seen. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. We've spoken enough about this guy. He's definitely not awesome. Now this is the one that stole the show, kinda. She stole the show. Now her didn't. Her final evolution did. So this is Steenie. Steenie's the evolution of Silex. Steenie's. Wait. Bounce Sour. Bounce Sweet. Bounce Sweet is her pre-evolution, and she basically is a typical mid-evolution. Is a personality change. It gets the ability Oblivious, which Oblivious basically, I think that's the ability that makes it, yeah. Oblivious, does that make it so he doesn't pay attention to stat changes? I believe. That's not a bad ability. We're going to probably most likely always use Oblivious with this mod. I don't think I'm ever going to use Leaf Guard. Leaf Guard's like one of them forgotten abilities. But let's see. Let's move over to the more important part, which is this. I think it's Serena. Serena. Serena is going to be a problem. Serena gets a new ability, which is Queenly Majesty, which, if I remember correctly, since it has an ability, Queenly Majesty, which no other Pokemon has previously had. The effective Queenly Majesty are so intimidating that it prevents opponents from using priority moves. So basically, this thing can't be priority used at all. No priority moves. Anything that thinks is a priority, she says no to. She says none of that. I won't be giving it up. And then she gets a new ability. I mean, a new attack, which is called Trop Kick. I know I've been researching this kick because it's so freaking amazing. It's a grass type kick. Like, we have Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Blaze Kick, Jump Kick. We don't have an Ice Kick yet. We have a lot of kicks and a lot of punches, though. But we have no grass coveraging kicks or punches. We rarely have any physical fighting grass type attacks, to be honest. I feel bad for Chestnut. Chestnut's limited to like some of the worst. He gets Seed Bomb, which is not bad, but it's not heavy hitting either. And then he gets is it Hammer Arm? Not Hammer Arm. The other one. The one that takes his life. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it takes his life when he does it. I feel like that really screws him over like half the time. Because he's a defensive Pokemon, and you usually use him as a wall. So, he can hit the heck out of something. But then he loses health. And the chance he doesn't kill what he's hitting, he just takes more damage. And he's slow. So, it's not like he can get like a priority heal up or something. You just have to switch him out after that. Like, pretty much that's pretty much how he works. He's like a one-trick pony when it comes to one-shotting something sometimes. So, basically, I think she's going to be a problem. If she's fast, and her physical attack is high, this could be one of the best physically attacking grass type mons on the game. And I kind of wish that she was a fighting type too, because I can only imagine the coverage that she would get as a fighting type. Fighting grass, which I know that would just give her more weaknesses. That's why they didn't do it. I think this was literally a strategic move, because at first glance she strikes me as a grass fighting type. But I think they went the Flibaby, like, what's the name route? Look, if you know, what's it called? It's called the final evolution of Flabébel, what's the name? Basically, they didn't give them the grass type because it would add another weakness. They had the fire and ice weakness. That was the reason why, and I know that's why. I think the reason why this wasn't given a fighting type is because the fighting type combination with grass. Grass gets grass with none. This is the list. So it has neutral to a lot of things. Gets killed by bug, flying, poison, ice, fire. Neutral to water, electricity, grass, and ground. So that's that. Let me look down right in the fighting typing. So fighting is neutral to a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Really, it's only weak to, before Gen 7, it was only weak to flying and psychic, resisted bug, rock, and dark, and it was neutral to a lot of stuff. I keep saying that. But now it has the fairy weakness. So, if we combine the two typings, it's going to sound weird. I want to see what happens if I flip it. Does it change? Somebody told me before. No, it doesn't change. Alright, so basically, by it gaining the fighting typing, it goes from most of these. Now let's add fighting typing. And now it's gained a fire. It goes from, I believe, 3 weaknesses. Grass has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weaknesses. If you add the fighting typing, it now gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weaknesses. It keeps all its weaknesses. Plus it gains the fairy typing. It's no longer weak to No, yeah. So it gains the fairy typing. One, two, three, four, five, 6 weaknesses. It gains an additional weakness, and it gains a 4 times weakness. It keeps all the same resistances, but now it gets a resistance to. No, it keeps all the same resistances, except for some are 4 times resistant now. Yeah, some are 4 times resistant now, I believe. It's really rock in fighting. It should be 4 times resistant to rock, but I could be wrong. So yeah, basically it takes a L. Gaining the fighting type in on grass type, you gain a lot of physical help, but you lose a whole lot. You lose a whole lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't resist a lot of. I mean, you don't. A lot of things hit neutral. You resist 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things, but you gain so many like important. Fair is a common typing, flying is a common typing, psych is a common typing, poison is a common typing, and fire is a common typing. Ice is not so common, but ice-based moves are definitely common. So this thing not getting the fighting typing is not a bad idea. I know I just went on a whole rant about that, but high jump kick definitely. I feel like this is going to definitely get high jump kick as coverage. Without the fighting typing, it won't get stabbed, but it also gets less weaknesses. So, I like that. Let's go on to the next mod, which is a Lowland Grimer. Lowland Grimer is... This is going to be one of my favorite mods. You see my name, Dark Trainer Gas. I love dark types. I really do. When I had a dark gem on a page that I play for, I had Drapion as one of my meanest physical walls. Because Drapion, because of the poison typing, no longer is weak to fighting. It now becomes neutral. And because of his ability shield armor, there's no crits. I mean, battle armor, there's no crits. And then he has a really, really high physical defense. I'm going to skip straight through Grimer because I want to... Basically, I'm just going to go over real quick. He's now a dark and poison typing. But this is not the mod that's blowing my mind right now. He still keeps poison touch, which is a great ability. He gets gluttony, which is a broken ability. But I'm going to tell you why it's all broken once I go over to this guy. You see them teeth though? Alright, so basically, this thing is broken. Reason being, if the stats don't change too far from its original form, then that would make this a ridiculous special wall. Like, he originally was a great special wall. Don't get me wrong, he was originally a great special wall. So let's take this over to poison, pure poison typing. So pure poison typing has a lot of neutralities. It resists grass, fighting, poison, bug, and fairy. It has 2 weaknesses, ground and psychic. So the poison typing is not a bad typing by any stretch of your imagination. But you want to know how you break it? Let me tell you how you break this typing. You break this typing by adding dark. Look at this. Look at this. It now resists dark. It added 2 more resistances. So now, for example, let's see. I'm gonna go back. 1, 2, 3. So it resists poison, fighting, bug. Now, when you add bug and you lose, we add the dark and you lose the fairy resistance, it becomes neutral. You lose the bug resistance, it becomes neutral. But you gain so much more. You gain so much more. It's broken. Maybe find it. I can't even focus. I'm trying to find it. Okay, so now we're neutral to bug. We're neutral to fairy. So it doesn't one-shot us. We're special wall if it keeps its special typing. It now has a complete, we don't care on psychic. We don't want it. It basically has a mad lineup of neutrals, which neutrals, they can do well, but they're not one-shotting. Most neutrals are not one-shotting, not unless you're buffed up to the highest. He resists grass and poison. He now has a resistance to ghost and dark. He now has a we don't care to psychic, and he gets 1 weakness, mind you. So he's a special wall. At least the original Muck was a special wall. Now we slapping a assault vest on him. He's a monster. He's a monster. Earth power, we don't care about that. Doesn't exist. So earthquake is really going to be what hurts him. Carry a flying type or a levitate user. Switch him out. Now you switch this man out and he is killing stuff. Mind you, let me see. I'm gonna check this one more game. I know I'm running up time right now. I don't know if he gets Sucker Punch, but somebody told me that he does get Sucker Punch. I've never known because he gets Shadow Snake. So why would he even need Sucker Punch? Mines that get Sucker Punch. Alright, I really don't believe he gets it. I would be mind blown if he did. He doesn't get Sucker Punch. But if he does get Sucker Punch, it's a Stab Sucker Punch now, which would be ridiculous. Stab Sucker Punch on Muck, and Muck has a pretty good special base attack. His base attack is really nice. So, he does still get Shadow Snake, so he has priority. He does get Poison Jab. He, let me see. What dark moves does he get? Muck. Sorry, I'm over here scratching my throat. Alright, so Muck is a poison type. Alright, here's his movesets. So, dark wise, he gets Fling. He gets Memento. That's by level up. HM, he gets none. TM, he gets Taunt. Torment. Thief. Payback. He gets Dark Pulse, so if he's a special attacker, then Alright, so to be honest, right now, there's gonna be some major changes. I feel like there's gonna be, because of these new typings introduced, the new Alolan forms, there's gonna be some definitely restructuring in the movesets, because he gets no viable dark type attacks right now. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna get Sucker Punch. Everything gets knockoff, so I find it hard to believe that Muck will not get knockoff. But if he gets knockoff, he's gonna be ridiculous. If he becomes a special attacker, he gets Dark Pulse, which is gonna be even nice. The ability Gluttony is where I say he's definitely broken. So now he has one weakness, and he has Gluttony. Now Gluttony is an ability. I don't want to butcher this. Let me make sure. I know I just keep referring back to this. I could have sworn the ability Gluttony makes him eat and thing twice. The Gluttony Pokemon. Okay, so Gluttony basically, yep, I'm sure, yep, that was it. So, eating at 25% is lower at 50, increases instead. No effect berries. Normally eating a 50% or less. Affect the berry. So basically, does he eat it twice? Would normally be at 25%. Okay, I might have it wrong. I think he gains 75% extra health instead of the normal 50. That's what Gluttony does. I could have swore Cheek Pouch makes you eat it twice. So he still, he gets an additional, it's basically a redo. So if he goes down to 25%, he's going back up to 100%. Which means that basically you gotta deal with this thing twice. You gotta deal with it twice. So you get an Earthquake on it, it gets down, it lives with just enough defensive investment, and voila, it goes right back up and it's ready to go again. So this is where he's gonna be an issue. I really feel this is gonna be a pivotal wall in this in Sun and Moon. I'm gonna get out of here. The reason being is I'm running up on 30 minutes, and I got things to do. I gotta edit this and get it out. Whew. All right, so I'm Dark Trinidad. I'm gonna get up out of here. Let me make sure to leave a comment, sub. This is comment, sub, and like. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, that's what we're doing out here. Whoa. All right, so we're going to like, comment, and subscribe out here. This is Dark Trinidad. I'm gonna get up out of here. You guys have a good day. Deuces.